Hello and welcome back to Hop to the Top. Hope you are all doing well today, and we've got plenty to talk about in the opening few minutes of today's video. The first big talking point is we're in the Europa League group stages. After being knocked out by PSV in last episode, we were a little bit confused as to what was coming up in today's video. We weren't quite sure if we were going to be in the Europa League group stage or the Europa Conference League, but I can confirm Europa League. So congratulations to us. We've actually been given a really nice group. We've got Club Brugge, Copenhagen and Legia Warsaw. So I think that's pretty easy considering that other groups have got really good teams like Group B, Sporting and Bayer Leverkusen. We wouldn't beat them. Group C, Villarreal, Dinamo Kiev and Genk. Group D, Inter and Young Boys. I mean, look down here. We've got some really good ones. I mean, Group G, Lazio, Basel, Everton. That's a tough group. Group F, Feyenoord, Wolfsburg, Zenit. Really tough groups. We have got, I'd say, the easiest one. So that is fantastic. We are still in European football. Young Boys are also in the Europa League this season. They got knocked out at the playoff round of the Champions League, so they're in the group stage of the Europa League as well. Basel also got through all their qualification rounds, so they are in the Europa League group stage as well. So we've got 3 Swiss teams in the Europa League group stage, and then St. Gallen and Lugano, they came 4th and 5th last season. They have also qualified for the Europa Conference League group stages. So at the group stage of European football, we've got 5 out of 5 teams still in competitions, which is fantastic for us trying to build up that European coefficient to become the best league in all of Europe. So that's the first bit of news out of the way. That's the first bit of news. That's the best bit of news. The next bit we need to talk about are transfers. And whilst we've not signed anyone, we have sold a couple more players, not big ones, I've got to say, but we have sold some players for a bit of money. The first one is Strosico. He has left the club to Servette. He is a midfielder that we were never really going to use. He didn't have much potential. He had 3-star potential. It says 3.5. He had 3-star potential, 1-star current ability at 19 years old. He wasn't going to get into the fray, so we managed to sell him for quite a nice bit of money for £375,000. And Alan has also gone, the midfielder Alan, who's always been in and around the squad, but just sort of, I don't know, he just never developed how he wanted him to. Always stayed at 2-star current ability, had 3-star potential. It says 4-star maybe, but it's definitely 3-star. Wasn't making progress, wasn't going to break into the side. So we sold him, which I think for a good bit of money, £325,000 up to 450k. So this season total, we've made 8.25 million, which is the most we've ever made in a transfer window, which is very good for the old coffers. Up to £17 million in the bank. I know a lot of you are going to be screaming at me now saying, just spend it, don't be cheap, spend it. Obviously, projection-wise, we're going down to 6 million by the end of the season, and that is largely due to us paying about £4 million a season to use our stadium. That's a big one. We also have no sponsors. We've got, I think it's about 900k per year on sponsorship, whereas a team like Basel have 11 million in sponsorship. So we do have to be sensible with our money. It looks like we've got a lot of money. I suppose we do, but a lot of it will leave the club at some point very soon. So we do have to be careful with it, which is why I've not been splashing out on transfers so much. But obviously, we're getting to that stage now where if we start to do well in European football, we start to make more money. I'm going to start maybe looking at the potential of building a new stadium to get rid of that £4 million that we spend every season, and also to help out the Grasshoppers fans, because no Grasshopper fan likes playing in Letzigrund, because I think historically that's Zurich Stadium, if I'm right. So Europa League out the way, transfers out the way, one more bit of news in between episodes, and it's injuries. Okay, we've had a couple of injuries. Fruchtel has just come back from an injury. Our goalkeeper, he missed 3 games. It meant that Marvin Keller had to play 3 games. He did very well in those 3 games, so that was quite good. But we do have 3 key players currently injured. First of all, Alex Smith out for 4 weeks with a fractured wrist. That's a little bit frustrating. Augusto also out for another 3 weeks. He's been out for a few weeks already with a twisted ankle. But the big one is Molnar. 11 goals to his name in all competitions so far this season. And he's out for 3 months with a hip injury that he sustained in training. Luckily, Coley is back from his injury as well, so he can sort of replace Molnar. But Molnar was a massive player for us in the early stages of this season. Luckily, despite those injuries, things have still been going pretty well. You're obviously here for the PSV Lugano PSV games last time. In between episodes, we took part in the Swiss Cup first round. If I move my head, you can see that we played a very big youth squad, which we went 1-0 down with. So we had to bring on some big guns. Dajaku, Cruz and Schneider all got goals in the second half late on to make sure we won 3-1 to go to the second round. We then had a 3-3 draw with Servette. At this point, Servette were top of the table and hadn't lost a game all season. So to get a 3-3 draw with them was pretty good in my opinion. So I was kind of pleased with that one. So we'll take that result. We then had a 3-0 win over Zurich with Felipe Cruz, Tim Wright and Elhaj Coley scoring the goals in that one, which was good to see as well, beating our big rivals 3-0, which was fantastic. We then played in the Swiss Cup second round, another sort of amateur side, and we won 4-0, this time with a slightly more senior squad. Elhaj Coley played his full first 90 minutes in months, came on as a substitute against Zurich and scored his goal, but played his first full 90 in months against this side and got a brace. Scheiger scored one and Sosa scored one as well. We then played Copenhagen in the first group stage game and we drew 1-1 with Gonzalo being sent off in the 31st minute. So we played an hour with only 10 men, and bearing that in mind, we had 30 shots to their 7 shots. We really should have scored more goals in that game to win it. It was so frustrating that they scored the goal towards the end of the game. But it's how it happens sometimes in football. I was very pleased with the way we played. Hopefully we'll smash them today. And we also took on Luzerne in between episodes. Sukichev obviously left us to join Luzerne on a big contract, but we showed him with Coley scoring a brace, Sosa with one, and Boone with the other one as we move back to a diamond formation in this game to rest a few players, because of course we've got the Copenhagen game come up again today. So in today's episode, it's taken me a while to get there, but we are playing against Copenhagen in the group stages, Sion in the league, and Club Brugge in the group stages. So it took a little while to get here, but that's all the news I had to let you know about. We're playing against Copenhagen first of all, and this is the team that I think is going to do it. So Fruchtel back in for his first 90 minutes after coming back from his injury today. Good luck to him. Boone and Cruz are the wing-backs with Callum Brennan and Bozanovic as the starting centre-backs because, of course, Augusto is injured and Gonzalo is suspended after getting sent off in the last game. Illich and Schneider in the middle. Illich back from his injury as well, which is good to see. So Illich and Schneider maintaining their centre midfield partnership. Tim Wright and Jake Allen on the wings. Scheidegger in that attacking midfield position because, of course, Alex Smith is injured. And Coley is leading the line for us today. Already with 8 goals, actually, this season. He's in good form as well, continuing that form from last season. So hopefully a hat-trick from him today. So then kickoff is upon us against Copenhagen. If we hit the levels that we hit in the home leg or the home game in the group stage, then we should be winning this one very comfortably. We're in our black kit today as Felipe Cruz puts forward Coley in behind the defence, trying to go around the keeper, but the keeper makes a good save to open up today's highlights. And again, looking to come forward pretty much instantly after that, we put it into Scheidegger. Cruz cross into Coley, and Coley thought he could have been offside there, but the assistant referee, that's what I'm looking for. He runs up the pitch away. It has been given. Coley puts us 1-0 up in today's game, already grabbing a goal. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic volley as well. You love to see it. I mean, really, when you look at the stats from the last game, we were very unlucky not to win it, really. We were the much better side. Even with 10 men, we had to win that game. We didn't, unfortunately. So we have to make sure we pick up a win and get 3 points in today's game because we want to keep up with Club Brugge, who are currently beating... I know they're drawing currently with Legia Warsaw because they're on 4 points as well. They should have the shot there. Why did he not have the shot there? He's passed it back to his winger and they've not scored. And it looks like we're going to come on the counter-attack instead now as Allen puts it up to Coley, who can't win it, unfortunately. No player supporting him either. So it's coming straight back towards us as Raphael is through and Fruchtel makes a very important double save. Hopefully he doesn't make big mistakes like he did in last episode, such as letting PSV score when he should have just picked the ball up. To be fair, Copenhagen seems to be the side with the more chances so far in today's game, at least the chances on camera, which I'm not too pleased with. If we can get a second goal to calm our nerves down a little bit, give us a bit of breathing room, that would be fantastic. That was a poor ball out of defence, and Bozanovic just about gets the header on there to make sure we don't concede. And Coley's been put forward. This time, he can't quite tackle the goalkeeper. I thought we were going to have a Fruchtel moment at the other end of the pitch. Unfortunately, their keeper's actually a bit more switched on than Fruchtel, so that's good for him. But he has just given the ball straight to Felipe Cruz, who I think has got the best name in all of football. I think that's such a cool name. As Allen plays it into Illich, should have taken it on himself, I think, really. Wasn't selfish enough there, in my opinion, but either way, no score. It's still 1-0, but again, more highlights, thick and fast. His first half is full of them as Allen coming forward shoots. Second time asking hits the post, and Tim Wright can't score. We should have scored there as well. Much like against PSV, when we hit the post and the woodwork 3 or 4 times in the first leg, I'm getting a little bit worried that could be another situation here. We're missing some key chances. All it will take is one shot for Copenhagen, and then they'll be back in it. That'd be frustrating as Club Brugge are currently beating Legia Warsaw. So they go back on top of the group. They're 3-1 up there, as you can see. So they are comfortably ahead in their game. They're going to be a very tough team to face as Coley hits the post again. Another one hitting the post, which is frustrating. Twice now we've hit the woodwork in today's game. Scheidegger not playing particularly well, but we don't have too many great players to play Well, I suppose we could actually move Randy Schneider there, couldn't we? And we could bring on someone, Matos, not Matos, I can't remember what his name is now, the midfielder that we brought in from Benfica on loan. We can bring him into the midfield as Coley takes on his men and just drags it wide. We'll make the changes now. We'll put Scheidegger on in that attacking midfield position. And then Neto, that's what it's called, Neto can come on for Scheidegger. Felipe Cruz on the ball, loses it. And here they come. It's a red card for Felipe Cruz. What does it means that Schneider's got to come off the pitch, really, doesn't it? So Schneider's going to come off, and we've got to bring on Biancone. We like to get red cards in European football, don't we? That's the fourth red card actually we've had in European football this season. We got 2 against PSV in one game, didn't we? I think. No, it was against Dino Kiev. We got 2 red cards, wasn't it? Biancone being one of them, and Alex Smith the other one. Now we got Gonzalo sent off last time against Copenhagen. This time it's Cruz. We need to just sort our discipline out a little bit. Or maybe these referees are a bit too harsh, I don't know, but we need to go back to a more cautious stance now for the rest of the game to make sure we hold on to this lead. 10 minutes to go then in today's first game. If we can hold on for the win, I'm pretty confident we can go on to do some good things in the Europa League this season. As Neto on the ball, plays back to Bozanovic. He plays it up towards Allen. That's a good ball. Allen in behind the defence. Can he get the cross in? No, but Biancone can. He puts it into Coley, down to Allen. Allen shoots. It's the second of the game. We're 2-0 up against Copenhagen now, and that surely settles things for a 2-0 win. And as the clock ticks down in its final few minutes, we just about have done enough to get the win here today against Copenhagen. Up to second in the group as well on 4 points, 3 points clear of Copenhagen. Beautiful. So a brief bit of respite now from European football as we take on Sion in the Super League. I nearly said Challenge League there, but Challenge League, that was years ago now, Tom. To make matters worse, Jordan Boone and Bozanovic have picked up a 1-match ban for collecting 3 yellow cards in European football this season. So they're going to miss the game against Club Brugge as well as Cruz, which is beautiful. And then, of course, we've got the injuries to Molnar and Alex Smith and Augusto. So really, we are playing a second-string side. So obviously now, as we focus on the Sion game, it's probably a good idea to turn our attention to the league table, where we currently sit second, 4 points behind Basel, who are top of the league and haven't lost a game yet this season. Neither have we, but we've drawn 3, won 4. They've won 6 and only drawn 1. Young Boys have slipped up once this season. They're below us on 14 points, with Servette, who, after drawing with us, lost 2 games in a row. So they sit 4th in the table right now. Luzern, with the help of Sukachev, are up to 5th. Obviously, below that, it's still pretty tight until you get to Zurich, who are bottom of the table on 0 points. I want them to stay up. I want them to stay up because it means we get big attendances against them, and it's a bit of a moneymaker for us. But really, they're just rubbish, apparently. Anyway, for this game against Sion, we're going to switch back to the Diamonds because I want to try and rest a couple of players. So it means that Sosa's going to come on for Allen. It means that Patrick Hartman's going to come on for Tim Wright, although he played yesterday in the under-21 squad. So he's a little bit tired, but he's okay. He'll be fine. Cruz is suspended. Is this a league? It's got a league suspension as well. Brilliant. So Cruz will come off and be replaced by Biancone. And then the rest of the side, I mean, Boone's suspended for the next game, so we'll keep him playing anyway. Neto can have a full 90 minutes in place of, I'm going to say, Illich, and then we'll swap these 2 around. Gonzalo is good enough to play today. He's going to take the place of Callum Brennan, I would imagine. So we'll swap those 2 around as well. And that's the lineup for today's game. So then, kickoff is upon us once again. Sion are the opponents, and I think this should be a routine win. First chance of the game coming towards us as Scheidegger looks to put the ball forward to Patrick Hartman. Doesn't quite reach it in the end, and here comes Sion on a counter-attack. Of course, Sion were a team that beat us at the end of last season and stopped us winning the Super League title. We want to get our revenge today. Only the second highlight of the game right now in the 33rd minute as Boone just about keeps the hold of the ball. Gonzalo back in possession in towards Schneider. Neto out back towards Boone, who can put a decent ball in the middle. He does. Into Coley. It's cleared though, unfortunately. We do have another chance though soon after that as Scheidegger on the ball right now into Coley. Coley back to Scheidegger. Scheidegger up to Biancone. Can he put the ball in on the other side of the pitch? Instead he does. Hartman. Coley finally getting it in the back of the net. Assisted by Hartman apparently according to that. But it's 10th of the season already for Coley. You love to see it. I think we're still waiting for Hartman's first goal in a competitive game this season. He came close there. If that defender wasn't there, that's back of the net. But luckily, Coley can put it in the back of the net for us. And so we reach half-time 1-0 up, which is perfect. As long as we get the 3 points here today, we're happy. Attendances, they're slipping a little bit, I would say. We're sitting around the 10,000 mark for attendances, but of course we've got a 26,000-seater stadium that we're paying £4 million a year for. I'd rather us just rebuild a new stadium that's only got like 12,000 seats or something like that, but we can fill it then. But that doesn't really account for the potential, does it? We do sell the stadium out when we play Zurich and things like that, so perhaps we need a big stadium anyway, but a new stadium is warranted. We need one, but we just don't have enough money right now. Once we save a bit more money, we can get a new stadium. As Hartman makes an interception, he's through on his own, shoots, and still can't score. With 20 minutes to go, though, this game's gone very quickly. We're going to make some changes out there for players that we are going to be using in the next game. Scheidegger's one of them, so he can come off for Lucas Spina. Sion can come on for Randy Schneider. We need to use him, but he's not played very well today. But the rest of this game is looking relatively boring, although Boone's throw-in sort of bounces around the area and Sion have cleared it. Burnich, who is the man that we sold to them over summer at some point, puts the ball through but doesn't manage to help Sion score, which is good. As the clock ticks down, I think we are going to be doing it. I think we are going to win today's game 1-0. There's another highlight right now as Tunis puts the ball over the top, not quite reaching its target. And one final attack for Sion as Burnich is through. Should have passed it. Should have passed that ball. Didn't. Got selfish. Wanted to score against his old club. And we make the save. And we're now on the counter-attack as Coley's been taken down. That's a red card for their number 30, Pickle. And is it going to be one final goal for us in today's game against Sion? Oh no, it's not. Despite the red card and the free kick, there wasn't a highlight and it just zoomed forward to the end of the game. We've won it 1-0, which is fantastic. Up to 18 points, but Basel also won, as did Young Boys, but Servette didn't. So already the 3-horse race is starting up again. The good news is 3 full days off before we get to the Club Brugge game, so enough time to sort of rest and recover. In some sort of like mocking style, because we were in the Champions League at one point but then got knocked out, it still seems to think we want to see all the results for it. So I get all the Champions League games and results come through, and it's like it's knocking me basically for not getting to the group stages. It's really annoying. PSV got there. That could have been us playing against Monaco, Madrid and Leipzig, and we would have come bottom of Group G instead. So the Club Brugge game now, we're moving back to wingers, obviously, because that makes a bit more sense to me. Coley is going to be starting up front. We get Tim Wright back on the pitch. We get Jake Allen back on the pitch. And of course, we've got to then sort out Boone and Bozanovic. So Callum Brennan then on the pitch for Bozanovic. See what you can do out there, lad. I'm trusting you. And then Anastasio on for Boone, who can be swapped out with, well, not many people at the moment because we've got so many injuries and suspensions, but Cabral can go on the bench, who we've not seen for a long time, but he's on the bench now. So kickoff is upon us for the final time in today's episode. This is going to be a different challenge to Copenhagen. Bruges are a better side than us. They should win this, I would say. If we can put up a good fight, then that'll be decent, but they should be beating us in today's game. But we said that about Ghent last season, and we managed to beat them twice, didn't we? So, and 3 or 4 times, actually. We got to play in the knockout stages too, didn't we? So, actually, we did all right, didn't we? So, hopefully, we pick up a good win here today against another Belgian side. Another one to cross off the list, as the cross is looking good, but not quite reaching its intended target. The Bruges goalkeeper, under pressure early, gets actually out to his actual right man, and then Niassi is through, and luckily for us, a good block in there from our defender. Bianconi clears it, and we can actually come on a counter-attack now as Schneider puts it up towards Coley, who's in behind the defence. Go on, lads. Oh, not quite. I'll tell you what, a 0-0 draw away from home to Bruges, I think that would be a really good result, actually. I know I say that quite a lot in European football. A 0-0 draw is a good result, and it is in some regard, but we need to be going for the win, actually, as Pereira moves down the left-hand side of the pitch, looks to put the cross in. Tim Wright just about clears it, but only as far as their right-back, who thumps it, really, into the top corner. Fair play. I mean, it's a good goal, really. It is a good goal. First time hit. Not much Fruchtel could do about that, I don't think. So we're not going to get a 0-0 draw today. So we've got to try and go for a 1-1 draw. Unless, of course, Club Brugge coming forward again. Niassi once again. He looks nearly passing it straight back to him there, but Fruchtel gets rid of it. They are looking strong, I've got to say. They've got a good team. They've got Niassi. They've got Pereira. They've got Enoch, who scored a goal. I'm not sure anyone else is actually. Is that Tom Cleverley playing? That's Tom Cleverley they've got playing for them as well. They have got a decent side. They are better than us. And as we reach half-time, we are currently 1-0 down, but Copenhagen and Legia Warsaw are drawing, which is in our favour, so I'm happy with that. If we can finish runners-up in our group, I'd be really pleased with that, actually. I'd be really happy with that, as Coley, looking to grab an equaliser right at the start of the second half, hits the post. Seems to be the story of our season. We seem to hit the post far too many times this season, along with red cards. We get far too many of those, as well as Callum Brenner plays it back into Schneider, in towards Allen. It just about gets there. He can put a cross in. He does, into Coley. Not quite. Schneider, can he put it back across? Coley finally getting the goal. It was blocked, pushed into Coley's path, and we've grabbed an equaliser right at the start of the second half. You love to see it. All started from Allen, just about getting the ball in, cleared, but Schneider can just, I don't know what he tried to do really, but the keeper just literally palms it into Coley's path. Club Brugge, to be fair, getting a big attendance, nearly 30,000 people at this game. Nearly 30,000 people to see that. That is a... We've been outdone here today by two superb goals, to be fair. Nothing much Fructal could do about either of them. Oh, to be fair, actually, he could have done a lot more with that. Has he Fructaled it up again, like in last episode? Please don't do that, Fructal. Please. You save us so many times, and then you make stupid mistakes like that. Really, I think you should have done better looking at that 3D highlight replay. But Niassi is through again. This time, he still can't score. And that's when Fructal's really good. Coley on the ball once again for us, looking to try and grab an equaliser. They managed to get the ball clear, but we are looking to come straight back at them as Gonzalo into Anastasio, both on yellow cards, which worries me greatly because it's a European game. We know what we're like with red cards. As Anastasio can put the ball in the middle. No, puts it out to Tim Wright in a better position, who should have really crossed it but didn't. Instead, goes for the shot. And this has been a game of top quality goals. I mean, what a finish this is, to be fair. It's a very, very good finish, that. Fair play, Tim. And are we going to score another one now as Tim Wright wins the ball into Neto? Straight after that Tim Wright goal, the first highlight there is, we score a third goal and we have taken the lead against Club Brugge now. I mean, it all started from Tim. Well, it's an interception, not a tackle, but Tim Wright makes the interception, gets forward, puts it across to Schneider into Neto, unmarked, shoots on the edge of the area. First goal of the season for him, but it's a big one. Another free kick for Bruges, though, and we've seen how devastating they've been from that, but Fructal makes a very good save. With 15 minutes to go in today's game, we're going to make some changes after Allen races forward. And still on the ball, Allen coming forward. Come on, lad. Go on, lad. In the middle. Neto for a second of the game. Oh, just wide. Changes needed. I think we're going to bring Ilic on for Neto. I think that's a good move to make. Actually, I meant to do it right at the start of the game, to be fair, so that's my bad. But Neto scored, so it's okay. It all worked out nicely. Oh, Callum Brennan just been sent off. That's just come through. Brennan has been sent off. So, Scheidegger off the pitch. And, wow, have we got a centre-back? We've got Sosa, who can play centre-back. Kind of so-so. So we'll put those two changes into practice, move down to defensive and pray. But another red card in European football. 5 of them now this season. 5 of them. You hate to see it, quite frankly, as Bruges trying to take advantage of it with 10 minutes to go now. Can't score there. But can they score later on as Tim Wright on the ball right now? Back to Anastasio. Running forward now, Tim Wright. Oh, he's offside. Now Schneider on the ball. Up to Coley. What a ball that is. Coley makes it 4-2. Come on. So, only a few minutes to hold on now. And I don't think we're going to be conceding 2, even 3 goals in that time. As, well, we've conceded 1. Not quite sure what went on here, really. I mean, who's messed that up? Really, it's a comedy of errors, that, and Niassi does get one back. Luckily, we scored our 4th, so we are still safe. We just need to hold on now. 5 minutes of added time. Oh dear me, as Copenhagen, Bruges coming forward again. Shoot like that all day. Put it well wide. Keep doing that, Bruges. Keep it up. We are about to win the game, though, despite being far the inferior side. 27 shots to 11 shots, but we've won it 4-3. We go top of the group as well. Superb episode. So thank you very much, Randy Schneider, for your 2 assists and 5 key passes in that vital win that moves us top of our group as well after 3 games played. That is important. Next episode then, we are going to go right to the end of the group stage and we're going to play Club Brugge again. That's a big one. But then we've also got Legia Warsaw in there as well as St. Gallen in the game in the middle. So that's going to be quite exciting. Hopefully in between episodes, we're going to get a big win against Legia Warsaw as well. And that puts us right on the edge of qualification for the knockout stages, which would be perfect. So thank you very much for watching today's video as ever. Of course, if you enjoyed it, please do drop a like on the video for me and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Hot to the Top and hopefully a big qualification episode that will be really, really good. So see you then. Have a good one. Goodbye.